Ingrid, hello. Nice to see you at this LERI webinar.
Thanks, Ursula. Nice to be here.
You are part of the VoxMe team in the LERI project. You are a teacher at the middle school in Vienna. And you are one of the teachers that we would call kind of multilingual teachers because of your own migrant background. But I believe you're going to introduce yourself a little bit before we start with the presentation.
Thanks, sure, yes. So my name's Ingrid Teske-Schwaiger. I teach at a middle school in Vienna, which is aged 10 to 14. And I'm actually a CLIL teacher there, so my job is to teach subjects in English, like geography and biology. I'm a native speaker and originally from South Africa. So I speak English and I speak German. I could speak French before, but I've forgotten a lot of it. Yeah, I've been at the school where I'm teaching now for 6 years.
So we are curious to see your lesson plan. I will open the presentation.
In this lesson, children are going to make an amazing sandwich with up to 4 toppings or more. They're going to learn the language of how to write instructions. They're going to get into their groups and write the instructions together for how to make this sandwich. They'll bring in the ingredients and make the sandwich. They're going to actually document the making of the sandwich. Here you can use a stop motion video and add sound. You can photograph the steps and add text and make a PowerPoint presentation, or you can just use a mobile phone and film it then. Here it would be nice to use the classroom language and a mother tongue from one of the students too, so we can have a bilingual or multilingual video that explains how to make this sandwich. Of course, there'll be time to present this in class and watch each other's videos. An extension for this as portfolio or homework is to go home and apply the skill of writing instructions to another topic. Could be how to make a traditional meal, could be how to ride a bike, whatever the child would like to do. One can show these videos in class too. One could upload this kind of thing onto a school website as well. That's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson plan. Right, yes, this is Make an Amazing Sandwich. So the activity was to work in groups to create a tasty sandwich, to prepare some vocabulary and sequencing words in a digital word map. So the idea is to use your mother tongue here to prepare for the task. So using online dictionaries or friends, just getting the ideas for the sandwich, what you need, and sequencing words. And then the idea is to write the instructions in the class language as well as the mother tongue. So sort of parallel. The groups swap instructions and peer edit. Check if it's understandable. And then once it has been checked, the groups can bring in the sandwich items in another lesson and make the sandwich and document the making of the sandwich. And there are numerous formats for that. They could use photographs and put together a Canva or a Prezi presentation, use stop motion video, just a normal film from their mobile phone. You can put subtitles on, you can speak parallel, a sentence in English, a sentence in a mother tongue, and then obviously share with the class would be a great idea. So a chance to be creative, practice using digital tools as well. Definitely a language-friendly lesson because for students in your class who do not speak much of the class language, they can also get involved. They can do the whole thing in their mother tongue. And then maybe write some new German words for the food items so they can learn as they go along. And the idea is also to apply these skills of instructional writing in a follow-up task. So it could be for homework, they make a video with a parent about how to make a favorite family meal, or how to change a flat tire on a bicycle, how to pack your school bag, anything like that. The next slide, I think I have got the example of a word map that I put together, just using images from the internet, the free ones, and making sure the vocabulary is prepared for my sandwich, which is a hummus salad sandwich. The preparation for before the video or the poster, I've put the instructions on the left in English. German is my second language, so I had to make sure that I've been able to write it in German. And then the next step would be for me to make a video. And personally, I would say that it's step by step in English and then the sentence in German, the next step in English, then in German. But, one could choose how to do that with subtitles or whatever. So those are the preparatory steps then.
Is there any, because you said other mother tongues or other family languages also could be chosen by the students? Did you give any?
Oh yeah, this is just German because this is my example, but of course the mother tongue of the students. So you could have Arabic there, you could have Hungarian, depends what languages your students speak. If you've, in our case here in Austria, if you've got German-speaking students, then it would make sense to do it in English and German. But otherwise, whatever the mother tongue is, and the class language was specified. In my classes, it could be English or German because it's a CLIL class. So it could be English and the mother tongue or German and the mother tongue.
Okay.
This is about the impact of the LERI project. I'm quite new to using the language-friendly approach in lessons. I do find it giving them more control to use their mother tongue, and giving them this opportunity in teaching helps them to learn better. And in this lesson particularly, they can also try out some new digital skills. And I've learned some new digital skills, like doing PowerPoint presentations and inserting videos using Padlet through this LERI project, which I've really enjoyed.
One question that I would like to ask also, why specifically you did choose this sandwich issue? What was your association behind? Why was it not, for example, a soup or I don't know what?
I guess a sandwich is something that's part of daily life. When I was going to school, we always took sandwiches in our lunchbox, and many students bring sandwiches to school, partly healthy eating. The initial idea was a peanut butter sandwich, which was a part of my growing up peanut butter sandwich. And there's some very funny videos using a peanut butter sandwich to explain instructional writing on the internet, where I've put some links into my lesson plan. And so it just gives children a chance to be creative with sandwich toppings. I think it could be quite fun. They might put banana with ham and who knows what. So that was the idea.
Okay, thank you very much. So it's a little bit also part of your own biography.
That's right, yeah.
Thank you, Ingrid.